So, Gloria got me a Christmas present. A box. This. It's a really nice sword. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. It's even sharp. So, I have to make a movie with this. Obviously, of course I'm going to make a movie with it. I've been waiting to have a real sword to make a movie with, but I thought to make a movie with one sword, you have to have two swords. This is obviously the good sword. The second sword could be made out of this. A rusty piece of aluminum that I found outside. So, I took a trip to my back porch aluminum scrap pile. Oh. This might work. Wow, that's actually a lot nicer than I thought it would be. So, this actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. I thought I'd go outside and find nothing. This has a nice bevel to it, like a sword. It has these little pins. So we have our idea, and we have our pieces, so let's make this thing. Start off taking the pins out. This was mainly just an inconvenience. I mean, they weren't too hard to take out. Alrighty, so now I have this. And this is the part where, if you're watching the video, probably think that people know what they're doing before they start. I did not. First step, take out the pins. Second step, I don't know, flatten this piece down, I guess. So, here I am, I have my piece, and there's a part that I need to flatten down. So, my first attempt is going to just be flattening it down with my feet, but this doesn't really work very well. It's not really getting anywhere. So soon I'm going to go to plan B, which is just a hammer, and I'm going to take out my aggression on this little piece of aluminum, and I get a little bit insane here, but it does the trick, and suddenly it's the shape that I need it to be for a sword. Unfortunately, the whole thing is warped a little bit, and it's bent, kind of like a katana. But hopefully nobody notices that. So now I have these little pieces here, and my idea is to flatten this one out to make the point of the sword at the end of the blade. That works okay. Now I have the other end, which does not have a point because you do not have a two-ended sword. So I pull out my bolt cutters, which I've been looking forward to using, if I can figure out how to use it. No, Peter, that's not... Oh, there you go. There you go. I figured it out. So I'm going to use it, but actually I'm not sure if I want that piece off or not, so I think I'm just going to leave it for now. So I'm off back to my junk pile. Something like that might work. Nah, it's too big. Something like this. What are you doing, Oreo? This sword has a hilt on it. I thought this sword should too. This is my hilt. So now I have a sword without a hilt. And I have potential for a hilt. Now, instead of laying stuff out, because you know I don't lay out anything, I'm just going to take the bolt cutters. Just going to cut away at something that gives me a generous amount to work with. And this isn't going to work the way that I was hoping it would. Why is life so hard? So, new plan. Chisel-ish way. How thick is this thing? Honestly, it's pretty thick, but I think I can get through it. Aha! Progress. Now, I was super disappointed last time because I didn't get to use the bolt cutters, so get to use them now. And yes, I know, I'm using my foot to hold the bolt cutters. Don't worry about that. I got through, and that's all that matters. Just imagine that getting on there. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to do it. That will look nice. I should probably start planning for the cross guard right about now. I have no idea what I'm going to use for the cross guard.
So I consulted my dad once again for dumpster diving help, and we actually found something that would work. Let me think.
Should I show you the sawzall and get you like a blade for cutting metal?
Oh.
And it has big teeth.
So my dad even gave me a little demonstration on how to use a sawzall. Gotta put my safety glasses on. Nice. Apparently my dad trusts me with power tools. I'm gonna take about that much off. Yes, I did put shoes on. Beautiful. Look at that. I cut that myself. But just like you, I'm tired of this project by now, and I'm gonna start something else because I'm like that. This sword doesn't have a sheath, which is fine. I mean, I don't really mind. But I decided, for the movie, why not make one myself? Out of what? Cereal boxes. Now I am so incredibly cheap and low budget that I'm not gonna actually buy my own music for this, so just enjoy this little melody that I played. So, we're finally at my favorite part of the whole project, assembling all of it. So I have my blade, I have my hilt, I have my crossguard, and my supports. Let's get started. Now, it is not as nice as the one Gloria bought me. Obviously. I can't get enough of this sword. This sword's amazing. This sword, it's a prop. I made it in like a day. But this one's gonna be the star of the show. As far as props go, I got the sheath to finish, but start filming tomorrow. And it's almost done. I think this should be dry by now, so we can take these off and just drop those down there. Take a look at that. It's difficult to get inside, but look at that. That's nice. Now, if I did this correctly, I can't guarantee that I did, this sword, my fake one, should fit in as well. Being stubborn. It fits well enough. It fits Gloria's sword really nicely though. I think I'm going to cover this in cloth later, so for the final film, that's what you're going to see. But, that's the sheath done. Where's the pliers? Aha. Never grab a sword by its blade, by the way. Alrighty, so, we're good. Put the sheath back on Gloria's sword. Now that we know how to play, yeah. Now you don't need the sheath. The sword. Now I just have to stick around to see what I do in the movie. See you then.